are doing better economically than at the end of the Obama administration. What may be more surprising is that not only are these counties adding jobs, but also job growth has accelerated the most in counties where Trump earned the most votes.
So what is behind that success?
Joining us now to weigh in is former CEO of Godfather's Pizza and 2012 Republican presidential candidate Herman Cain. Great to have you with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. Happy to be here.
All right. So what do you make of that? Washington Post not usually giving the president any sort of praise, but in this case, they may not have a choice.
They are not telling the whole story. The whole country is Trump country. And even if you look in those areas where they are saying Trump didn't get the majority of the votes, their economy is booming too. When you have a GDP growth rate of the fourth quarter north of 2.5, and we're off to a great start this year, and the stock market is on fire, it's helping everybody. What the Washington Post is doing is what they like to try to do and mislead people and think that only the Trump areas are doing better. The whole country is doing better,
Sure.
And the economy is on the rise.
Herman, the article comes with some fancy charts and the like, which I'm having trouble reading, but they do say that the counties that voted for him have even larger benefit from this. What policy approach, because those are a lot of places where the forgotten men, a lot of industries that had done well in the past had started to fade away, they're starting to come back. What policies have led to this kind of rebound?
Tax cuts and jobs plan. That's it, pure and simple. Now, if you have a county that was below the national average, it's probably showing a greater increase than a county that was performing at the national average. The policies that are impacting and helping the entire country, which I call Trump country, the entire country, tax cuts and jobs plan, regulatory rollback, confidence that we have a Supreme Court that's not going to be liberally biased, and a list of other executive orders. His policies are helping the entire country, but the Washington Post, they only want people to believe that the Trump counties are the only ones benefiting, and that's misleading.
And the Washington Post also happens to be owned by Jeff Bezos from Amazon, of course. President spars with him a lot. There's been And what's interesting, though, is you mentioned a moment ago that the stock market is on fire. I would add, though, it's been pretty volatile lately. And the president, tweeted about Amazon. Their stock went down. Here's what he's saying this morning, a new tweet. While we are on the subject, it is reported that the U.S. Post Office will lose $1.50 on average for each package it delivers for Amazon. That amounts to billions of dollars. The failing New York Times reports that, quote, the size of the company's lobbying staff has ballooned. And that does not include the fake Washington Post, he says, which is used as a lobbyist and should so register. If the PO, Post Office, increases parcel rates, Amazon shipping costs would rise by $2.6 billion. This Post Office scam, he says, must stop. Amazon must pay real cost and taxes now. What say you?
What I say is, first, Amazon should be left alone and let the market determine their fate along with consumers. Secondly, fix the post office, fix the postal system. It has been losing money for decades, and they won't fix the problem. Amazon isn't the problem with the post office. The post office is the problem with itself. That's what I would say. And so my main point is, whenever you allow the market, you allow consumers to determine the fate of somebody like Amazon. Even if we see some irregularities, let the market handle it. It will eventually shake it out. And as far as the stock market, yes, we're seeing some volatility, but it has not lost all of the great gains it has generated within the last year.
Herman Cain, we should call him the mailman because he always delivers.
Someone else has that nickname too, right?
Carl Malone. But we'll give it to you.
Great to have you on this morning.
All right, thanks, Sarah. Thanks for coming in. Being held in contempt of Congress, not stopping former Attorney General Eric Holder's hopes of a potential run for the White House. Will he decide to take on Trump?
And our old Geraldo